This is the third video in our series of lectures on physics for NEET, and today we are going to discuss logarithm. Consider this function y is equal to a raised to the power x. This is known as the exponential function. I keep putting in values of x and I keep getting corresponding values of y. This function tells me the result when I put a particular value of x to the power of a, which is known as the base. There is another way of writing the same equation. We can write it down as x is equal to log of y to the base a. These two equations are mathematically identical. The only difference is that this equation tells me that what power of a should I put so that I get y. So this x gives me the result. This x is nothing but the power of a that I should raise it so that I get the value y. Let us learn this through an example. Equation y equal to 2 raised to the power x. For different values of x, I will get different values of y. For x equal to 1, y will be 2. For x equal to 2, y will be 4. And for x equal to 3, y will be 8. I can rewrite this equation as x is equal to log of y to the base 2. Now I'll get different values of x for different values of y. So let us put y equal to 2. It will give us x is equal to log of 2 to the base 2. See, so now what power of 2 should I raise so that I get 2? Definitely we know that 2 raised to the power 1 is 2. So it will be 1. So for y equal to 2, x is equal to 1. Another example. Let's take x is equal to log 4 to the base 2. Now what power of 2 should I raise so that I get 4? Definitely 2 squared is 4. Definitely it will be 2. So 2 raised to the power log 4 to the base 2 is 2. Let's take another example. X is equal to log of 1000 to the base 10. We know that 10 cubed will be 1000. So this will be equal to 3. So far we have learned that a is equal to b raised to the power c can be written as log of a to the base b is equal to c. Now for this to hold true, some conditions have to be satisfied. This number a should always be greater than 0 for this logarithm to be defined. So for values of a less than 0 or equal to 0, this logarithm will not be defined. Similar condition is true for b also, 0, and there's another condition for b that it cannot be equal to 1. So a should be greater than 0, b should be greater than 0, but b cannot be equal to 1. Now why can b not be equal to 1? Let's consider an example. Log of 3 to the base 1. It means that what power of 1 should I raise so that I get 3? We know that any power of 1 will always be equal to 1. There is no power that I can raise 1 to so that I get 3. 1 to any power is equal to 1. Okay, so this logarithm cannot be defined if this base is equal to 1. So b cannot be equal to 1. What is the logarithm of a number a to the base a? That is the logarithm of the number to the same base, that is a. We know that a raised to the power 1 will be equal to a. That is, any number raised to the power 1 will be equal to the same number. Therefore, it will be equal to 1. So log a to the base a is 1. Generally, two types of logarithm are used. Number 1, log to the base 10. Log to the base 10 is known as the common logarithm. The other is log to the base e. Log to the base e is known as the natural logarithm. It can also be written as ln a. So we can remove this e and write down ln a. L stands for log and n for natural. So log a to the base e is ln a. Now what is this e? This e is an irrational number whose value is almost equal to 2.71. Approximately it is 2.71. Okay, e is an irrational number just like pi. Pi we know that it is equal to 3.14 and so on. It is an irrational number, it does not end. E is a similar number whose value is almost equal to 2.71. It is known as Euler's number. Euler's number. Now we will be learning some properties of logarithm. First property, log of a raised to the power m to the base b is equal to m times log of a to the base b. That is, if this number is in the form of a raised to the power m, this m can be taken out here and we can write down like this. For example, log of 1000 to the base 10. We can write down 1000 as 10 raised to the power 3, and this 3 comes out here, and log 10 to the base 10. We know that log 10 to the base 10 will be 1. So it will be 3 multiplied by 1 equal to 3. Second property, log of a to the base b raised to the power 9n is equal to 1 by n log of a to the base b. It means that when the base has some power like b raised to the power n, this power also comes out but in the denominator, unlike the previous property. This n comes out in the denominator, it becomes 1 by n log a to the base b. For example, log of 10 to the base 100. We can write down 100 as 10 squared. So it will become log 10 to the base 10 squared. This 2 comes out in the denominator. It becomes 1 by 2 log of 10 to the base 10. Log of 10 to the base 10 is equal to 1. So this number becomes 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1 by 2. The third property, a raised to the power log of c to the base b. This whole term log of c to the base b is in the power of a. So we can write it down as c raised to the power log of a to the base b. So this a and c can be exchanged and the base will remain the same. A becomes c and c becomes a, and the values remain same. The base remains same. This condition is valid only when b is greater than 0, c is greater than 0, b should not be equal to 1. Okay, this much we have already discussed. Okay, the logarithm is defined only when these conditions are valid. And here, since c is replaced by a, so a should also be greater than 0. When these four conditions hold true, this identity can be applied. Let us learn this through an example. We have to find out 3 raised to the power log of 6 to the base 3. Okay, so I can replace 3 with 6 and 6 with 3. It will become 6 raised to the power log of 3 to the base 3. Since this base 3 remains same, it does not change. Log of any number to the same base is 1, so it becomes 6. The fourth property, log of a to the base b can be written as log of a to the base c divided by log of b to the base c. where c is some constant. So this is known as the base change formula. We have changed the base here from b to c. The same conditions will apply here also, that b should be greater than 0 and b should not be equal to 1, and c should be greater than 0 and c should not be equal to 1, and a should be greater than 0. Yes. Calculate 2 to the base 3 multiplied by log 3 to the base 4 multiplied by log 4 to the base 5 multiplied by log 5 to the base 6 multiplied by log 6 to the base 7 multiplied by log 7 to the base 8. You can clearly see that these terms cancel out. We are left with log 2 to the base c divided by log a to the base c. Using the previous identity, we can write it down as log 2 to the base 8. Now, what is 8? 8 is actually 2 cubed. So we can write it down like 1 divided by 3 log 2 to the base 2 equal to 1 by 3. The fifth property says that log of a to the base b plus log of c to the base b is actually log of the product of a and c to the base b. For example, log of 100 to the base 10 plus log of 1000 to the base 10 is equal to log of 100 into 1000 to the base 10 log of, this will become 10 raised to the power 5 to the base 10. It becomes 5 times log of 10 to the base 10, which is 5. There is a similar identity which says that log of a to the base b minus log of c to the base b is equal to log of a divided by c to the base b. This video was about logarithm and some of its properties. If you want me to make a video on how to use a logarithm table, the log table, you can write down in the comments.